Good morning, people. It's me, the Alpha Empath, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit this morning about betrayal. Let me go ahead and turn my little timer on here. Okay. So, Spirit has been dealing with me about the many variations of betrayal. And when a person betrays you, it is our tendency sometimes to think that they're betraying you because they don't like you, they have something against you, they're being a Judas because they've been hating on you all fucking long, and you finally catching on to it. But I have betrayed people. I have betrayed people that I absolutely loved. I mean, absolutely loved them. And I have shit, beat the fuck out of a person and went in on their ass just because I didn't like them. But see, betrayal is a little bit different because betrayal only comes when a person is close to you. You can only experience betrayal when there is an intimate relationship. If you know they don't give a fuck about you, then it ain't really betrayal. But I want to talk about one variation of betrayal today. And it comes from when you have been in survival mode for a long period of time. You see, when you surround yourself with people that mean you no good, that are leeches, that are parasites, that take from you, and then gaslight you, abuse you when you try to stand up for yourself, you learn some very nasty coping mechanisms. And when I say fucking nasty, I mean nasty. But don't feel guilty about it because we all got to do what we got to do when we need to survive. However, when you start putting yourself in relationships that are healthier and you have not dismantled those bad, negative coping mechanisms, you end up hurting the people that you really are trying to love and the people that are worthy of your love because you haven't done the work to go in internally, do the shadow work, and break down those versions of you, those pieces of you, those coping mechanisms, those habits that don't need to be brought into your new reality. You end up being the swimmer that the rescue ranger or the lifeguard jumps in to save because they care. That's their duty. And you end up being the one that's kicking and fighting and scratching and pulling. And you end up drowning the lifeguard too. And I see a lot of relationships that act like this. And I tell my students, I know they don't like hearing what I got the fuck to say, but hell, I'm gonna say what I got to say anyway. If you are not at a healthy place, don't get in no motherfucking relationship, because I don't want you killing another person because you don't know how to allow yourself to live. And we do that over and over and over again. And it has to stop. Now, I've done it. I've done it. I've told my students that one of the lessons that I need to learn in a relationship, because I have cultivated peace, and y'all don't even know. After you've gone through hell, and when you gain peace, it becomes really, really fucking precious, really precious. And when a man tries to step to me and he wants to enter into my temple or enter into my sacred abode, I be controlling as fuck. If I see any little thing, I be like, hold up, wait a minute now, hold up. You can't come up in here because, I got to watch what you're doing because I don't want my fucking peace fucked up. But then that allows the person to not feel trusted. And the reason why I'm like that, let me just go ahead and keep it real with you girls. The reason why I'm like that is because I stayed too long in a relationship and it scarred me. And I developed mannerisms that I do not want to bring into another relationship, that I do not want to make somebody deal with. I don't want to make them do that. I just don't. And I don't want nobody doing that shit to me. Now, if y'all want to do it, go ahead and do it. Best luck to you. But me, I'm going to thoroughly enjoy being single. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy dismantling the mechanisms and the coping styles and the habits that I gained in order to survive. And when I've done that, then I will feel confident enough to allow someone into my life where I can love them appropriately, because I demand to be loved appropriately. How the fuck I'm going to demand to be loved appropriately by somebody else when I still have negative coping mechanisms within myself? And a lot of people just want a relationship because they don't want to deal with dismantling the old negative parts of themselves, or they don't want to dismantle the low vibrational parts of themselves. And this is not only in romantic relationships. This is in all kinds of relationships. Let's take a job. Let's take a job. I was at a hospital. Okay. I was at a hospital. The first hospital I worked at was a hospital called Baylor. I absolutely loved Baylor. Absolutely loved Baylor. I was a well-adjusted employee, but then I went over to a different hospital. It was called Forest Park. Lord Jesus. And that shit was Lord, I didn't even know nothing like that even could exist. It was treacherous. And I found myself turning into a rat. And then I said, shit, the rats ain't making it up in this place. I'm gonna have to turn myself into a goddamn snake in order to survive this environment. Instead of, I could have just been saying, okay, let me make the logical choice and choose to get the fuck out of the environment. But because the money was decent, I stayed in it. That was a choice. That was a choice to be a snake because I wanted money. Let's just be real. That's what it was. But as I became a snake, it got to the point where I saw my soul twisting in a manner that I didn't like. And when my soul starts twisting and it starts affecting my health, that's a red flag. That's a wake-up call for me. And I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. So when I left that place, I recognized that I had a lot of bad mannerisms. I started documenting everything. When I left, I saved all my emails and took all my emails with me. I stored everything on a hard drive. Everything that somebody communicated to me, I ended up sending them 17 emails back and then sending it back to my hard drive. So just in case, that shit requires a lot of motherfucking energy. A lot of motherfucking energy. And if you are doing that, you are using all your creative ability. You are using all your ability to manifest your life to maintain the bullshit that you in. You are betraying yourself. That's what you're doing. So somebody's saying something to me here. Hey, lady, I don't know who you are. You see your face don't have no face right here, but whoever you are, hey to you as well. I wish that you would give me your name so I would know who you are. Okay. So let me get back to saying what I'm saying. So our children even do it. Our children even do it. Sometimes adoptive parents experience what I'm talking about. When a person is in survival mode, it twists. They end up being like Gollum. Do you remember Gollum in The Lord of the Rings? Do you guys remember that? There you are. Hi, Casey. Hi, Casey. Nice to see your face on the screen. Okay. So do you guys remember Gollum in The Lord of the Rings? Remember him? And do you remember how Frodo actually was trying to have Gollum's back? But Gollum didn't understand that shit. And he was like, I'm going to fuck his ass up. So he went back into his destructive patterns with the person that actually cared about him. Because Gollum was a tortured soul. He was a tortured soul, and he entered into a relationship before he had tamed or exercised his own demons. Now, as I said, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm not the boss of no goddamn body. I'm really not. But I'm begging you, if you know that you're in that survival state, if you know that you are just a shell of a person, if you know that you are walking around and you are a goddamn zombie, don't be a vampire and leech yourself or latch yourself onto a host and suck them dry. Be a parasite and suck all the energy out of them and suck all the life out of them. And it's not because you don't care. It's because you haven't developed the skill set and the technique to sustain your own life. We all see the single period is a very crucial time. And most people do not want to be alone. They don't want to be single. It's imperative that you become comfortable with being alone so you won't suffocate and so you won't kill the next relationship that universe sends to you. You have to be okay taking care of yourself financially, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. This is so you won't be a parasite in your relationship. Now, like I said, I have oh, you shared me. Thank you so much. You know what? Sharing me in pure romance. If I'm not mistaken, Casey, what is pure romance? That's like the kink stuff, right? I like that shit. I really, really do. So if you share me with those kind of women, I absolutely love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. So if you, as I said, just left an abusive relationship, a toxic relationship, slow your fucking ass down. Sit your ass down and contemplate what in the world is going on with me that I had to experience this really, really harsh lesson. And let me fix some shit in myself so I don't have to experience it again. That's what you need to do. Listen, I had one of my old students call me. I think she called me like 2 days ago, and I hope she's listening. I hope she's listening. And I remember her being in my class, and I was being hard on her. I was being so hard on her. And I told her, I said, I need you to stop being fake. I need you to stop being fake. And she got offended. She got offended and she left my class. She left my class and it hurt me. But I'm sure I hurt her ass too. But she called me just yesterday and she said, Tiffany, I need to be back in your classes. She said, I need to be back in your classes. And I was like, well, you left. Why do you need to be back in my classes? And she said, I got to be honest with you, Tiffany. The things you were teaching at that time, I wasn't at my best self. I was literally just a shell of a woman sitting in your class. And a lot of the things you were saying were going over my head. But I want to thank you because you were sowing seeds in me, seeds that I wouldn't even deal with until a year later. And now those seeds have taken fruit. But just know that when you were calling me fake, I need you to know that I was giving you the best that I had to give. I had been in so many horrible relationships that I couldn't give you more. And when she said that, y'all, man, she touched my fucking heart because I knew I had been there. I had been there. I had been so traumatized in relationships when I got into another relationship with anybody, a coworker, a woman, a man, a brother, a sister, whoever. And I knew that they deserved more and I wanted to give them more, but I could not. I knew exactly what the fuck she was talking about. And she asked me to forgive her. And you guys, I had already forgiven her, but if she's listening, I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for helping me to remember that state of what it felt like to really want to do better and not know how. And you enter into destructive patterns and you end up sabotaging the relationships that were actually meant to help you heal because you haven't dealt with your own demons. I want to congratulate this woman because it took her 9 months. But she faced her soul. And I know she faced her soul because she called me and she says, I'm ready now. I'm ready. I want private coaching. I don't want group coaching anymore, but I'm fucking ready. I no longer want to walk around not knowing who the fuck I am. I no longer want to attract people into my life that suck out my very essence until there is no more of me left in me. And I end up being deposits of everybody else because I have given my soul away and I have given my spirit away. I'm ready to heal. You see, she had finally come to the point where she was ready to stop betraying herself. And because she had gotten to the point where she no longer wants to betray herself, I know now that she won't betray me. And that's evolution. And it is a beautiful thing, beautiful, beautiful thing. And I wish all of you guys to evolve. I wish all of your souls to prosper. I want you to have the best of life. I do. But you cannot be afraid of standing still and saying, I am isolating myself by choice because I will not hurt people the way that people have hurt me. And I have had to do it. I had to do it. I had to get all of my ugliness out of me. I remember when I first got divorced, or I was going through the separation period, and I was getting bitter, you guys. I was getting bitter, and I knew that that bitterness was going to twist my soul. And like I said, that's a red flag for me. That's a red flag for me. When I see my soul twisting in the way that I don't like it twisting, I'm going to get that shit up out of me. Okay. So I started my group, The Evolution of an Empath, actually to be kind of like a confessional for me to help heal my soul, because I knew it was better out than in. I knew that shit, right? So I was talking about my marriage experiences. And I remember my stepmother, she read one of my posts and she called me. Now I'm going through a process of healing. That's what I'm doing. I'm healing at the time. She calls me and she says, Tiffany, do you ever want to get married again? And I was going through a separation. I had filed for divorce. I'm not thinking about fucking marriage at this goddamn time. Okay. Do you ever want to get married again? And I was like, I ain't really thinking about it right now, but maybe eventually. And she said, well, if you ever want to get married again, you need to stop posting that kind of stuff on Facebook, because it's going to make all the men think you're bitter and no man's going to want you. And I get what she was saying. I totally understand what she was saying. But at that time, I was that shell. I was that shell. And I needed to go through that process. I needed to go through that process. See, I didn't stay quiet. I messed up a few times, but I messed up in the process of healing. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend to you like I'm okay when I'm fucking not okay. And that's what I call fake. If I'm in fucking pain, I'm going to show you that I'm in fucking pain. And when I'm happy, I'm going to show you that I'm fucking happy. I respect people that tell me that they are in pain. Yes, I'm going to be hard on them, but I'm going to be compassionate as well. I'm going to be compassionate as well. Now, hindsight, fuck you, stepmama. Fuck you for saying that shit to me. And if you listening, fuck you again. Because you cared more about my image and getting a fucking man than you fucking cared about me. So fuck you. Okay. But I love you. Yeah, I love you. But fuck you. But I love you. See how you can be dual like that? You can be dual like that. I can say fuck you and still say I love you. And I actually do love her, but fuck you. Yeah. So let me look at some of these comments over here. Okay. Let's look at some of these comments. We over here. Casey, are you wait. Casey, look, you can't be on here trying to sell your stuff on here. Now look now, Casey, we're going to do this at a different time. Okay. We're going to do it at a different time. But yes, I do like that kind of stuff. And I appreciate your support. I really, really do. Okay. It is almost 9:00. My private sessions begin at 9:00. So I love you guys. I absolutely love you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Yes, tomorrow morning at 8:30. I actually have a guy. His name is Adrian Moreno. And Adrian is a health guru, a fitness guru. And he's going to be coming on here tomorrow with me, and he's going to be talking about spiritual tips for taking care of your body. He's going to be talking about fasting, intermittent fasting, dry fasting, water fasting, juice fasting, whatever. He's going to be talking about the spirituality behind taking care of your body. Again, his name is Adrian Moreno, and he'll be on here with me tomorrow at 8:30. I love you guys. And let me make sure. Oh, Tiffany, you needed this post? Honey, listen, we have all been here. We've all been there. So I'm glad that I was able to help you. I love all of you guys, and I got to go start doing my job, doing my sacred duty. I'll talk to you guys soon. Tomorrow at 8:30. Bye-bye.